Let's go!
Hey everybody, Coach Scott here, and I hope that title didn't mess you up today. But have you ever heard the phrase, attitude is altitude? You see, the truth is, attitude is one thing that can make a real difference in your life. It was Pastor John Maxwell that said it best. He said, your attitude is the paintbrush of your mind. Isn't that good? It's the paintbrush of your mind. You see, attitude is a key, powerful ingredient in the recipe for the success and fulfillment and purpose in your life. In fact, almost every situation, attitude is the difference maker. Think about it in your own life. People that have great attitude versus people that have poor attitudes. Because it's your attitude that makes the difference in your approach to how you see things and how you view your life. It's your attitude that makes a difference in your relationships with people. It influences how we see others. It determines whether we can lift others up or we can suck the very life out of people. And the right attitude allows us to learn from each other, and it allows us to meet each person where they're at and to have optimism and openness and transparency. And I've learned that every one of us has something to teach us. And my grandfather used to say it this way. He said, you can even learn from a fool. That's right, because a fool will teach you how not to be a fool. Isn't that good? You see, your attitude makes a difference in how you face the challenges of life. Because in all reality, we're all going through a crazy challenge right now in most of our lives. And so I want to share with you something that God laid on my heart this morning, and that is out of the scriptures. And it was a man from a group of prophets. He had a wife, and this man died. And his wife cried out to the prophet Elisha. Do you remember the story? And she said, my husband was like a servant to you, and now he's dead, and you know he honored the Lord, but he owed a lot of money to this certain man. And now that man is coming to take her 2 boys from her, and he's going to make those 2 children slaves. And Elisha answered to her. He said, how can I help you? Tell me, what do you have in your house? And the woman said, I don't have anything in my house except a jar of olive oil. And that came out of 2 Kings 4, by the way. So here's the question. What do you have in your house? What attitudes are in your house? And you see, one of the most dangerous mindsets that will keep you from experiencing life to the full, and especially in this crazy time, is the trap of thinking that if you only had a better situation, if your current situation would change, then your life would be better. And many times God changes us before he changes our situation. That's right, he changes us first so we can deal with the situation differently. So don't ask what you can do to change your situation. Instead, ask what God can do to change you, and that will make the biggest difference in your life. So how's your attitude? How's your effort? How's your energy towards the things that you're already doing and the things that you value? Have you taken an honest assessment of where you're at right now? Have you really stepped into that place where you're owning your own attitude? And here's the key. If you can't allow negative thinking and negative self-talk to affect your attitude or how you're treating others and yourself, then that's going to be a positive in your life. And you got to thank God for your circumstances, and you got to thank God for the places that he's blessed you in your life. You got to blossom right where you're planted. So be a good steward of that, what's God's placed in your hand and in your house, and check your attitude and make sure that each time you go into a situation, you're focusing in on what you have in front of you instead of focusing in on what you don't have. And if you'll do that, you'll begin to live in your blessings. You'll begin to prosper. You'll begin to find God's favor and God's faithfulness, because God tells us this: if we are faithful with a little, then he'll bless us with abundance. That's right. If we're faithful over the small things, he'll make us ruler over many things. So, as we close today, I hope this is encouraging to you. And I want to ask you again, what's in your house? What is your attitude saying? And what are you going to do about it so that you can live life to the full, be all that you were created to be? And if you'll do that, I believe and declare that you will be everything God has created you to be. God bless you guys. Take care. I'll see you on the next video.